Welcome back to another video. I'm here today to share with you 7 habits that I have stopped. They are really bad, and I know you guys, some of you are doing all those habits, and we need to stop so that we'll be able to save money and do what you want to do, like upgrade our houses, everything that we need to do, investing money, so forth and so forth. So I have said to myself, I need to share this with you because I know you guys, you are also doing these things. So kindly, if you know that you are a busy mother, you are overwhelmed with grocery shopping, a lot is happening, you need to watch this video until to the end. Mistake number 1 that I used to do, I used to go to grocery shopping without a budget and without a plan. So I used to think my head will know everything. Since I've got a small amount, I'll just get into the shop and pick cooking oil, rice, mealie meal and everything else. But that was not the case. When I get into the shop, I'll pick cooking oil, I find myself grabbing a chocolate, grabbing some snacks, but they are 50 cents, of course, 75 cents. I used to think, these are just cents. But later on, I've realized that they are just adding up to $3, $4. And I've got a small budget that I'm working with. So going to the grocery shopping without a plan is a no. Let's just stop it. Let's plan. Go to the shop with the paper. At the till you are there trying to swipe or pay in cash, you realize that all those snacks are adding up to maybe $3, $4, $5, and you are in short of money. You know what I'm talking about. And putting them back, sometimes we are very, very shameful. Like, so what will people say? Yeah, let me just pay and leave. You know how it is. You have already experienced this. So the good thing is to go with a grocery list. So that was the first mistake that I used to do. I will never in my life repeat that. Even when I want to shop, even organizers, pots, kitchenware, anything, clothes, whatsoever, I will go with a list so that I'll avoid buying what I'm not able to buy at that moment. Please, grocery list is a must, even if you have a small amount. Let's just write down what we need to do. If it's rice and cooking oil, let it be rice and cooking oil. Mistake number 2 that I used to do is to ignore the items that are already in the house. Not even looking in the deep freezer, what is there upright, like pantry, whatsoever. I was like, no, it's month end. Let me just run and grab anything that I can, especially without a grocery list. That was a big mistake that I was using. So all these mistakes, I know you guys, some of you are still doing that. You realize that you've got some more flour, you're not even using it, it's expiring, you're not even looking at expiring date, we are just buying. I used to do that. It's a big mistake that can make us waste food. You are not even saving because you are just making things accumulate without even planning or knowing what you are going to use them. It's just running to the shops and grab. It's a mistake that we need to stop. I've also stopped that. Then mistake number 3 that I was doing before is to buy a lot of tomatoes, vegetables, greens, whatsoever, without knowing how to properly store these vegetables, even without fridge. Because even with the fridge that we have, some vegetables can go bad. So the best thing that I'm doing right now is to buy my vegetables that are enough for 2 weeks or 3 weeks in the freezer. Then later on, to finish up the month, I can go back and buy. Without a proper way to store vegetables, they can go bad anytime and it's a wastage. And now I know how to properly store vegetables. If you want to know, you can visit my previous video that I did. And you know what? It's a good way to buy vegetables for 2 weeks, and then later on you can also add up. But if you know how to properly store vegetables, it's good that you can buy in bulk because it's also really cheap. Mistake number 4 that I used to do was to buy all the snacks in cents. Like, this is 30 cents, this is 50 cents, so they add up to at least $2, $3, $4, $5, sometimes $10 without me realizing. So I was like, no, if I want to buy snacks, I'll just budget the amount for the snacks. Then when it's time for budgeting for the basic, I'll just buy basics. So they'll add up to a certain amount and you end up paying for only snacks. You know what, without a plan, without knowing what you want to buy, you end up buying only snacks. Then another mistake that I used to do, mistake number 5, is to be loyal to one shop. That costed me a lot of money, because I remember I bought tissues that were going for $12 something, but when I was like looking around, I saw those tissues were going for $8. And from that moment, my heart was broken. Now I know where to buy my things. I know how to compare shops and to buy things where they are cheap and affordable, still in good quality things. So yeah, being loyal to one shop is really, really risky. And also don't buy brands when it comes to soap, anything else, unless if you know that you can afford all these things, and unless if you know there are no other shops that you can that are options. So yeah, that's what I used to do. Another mistake that I used to do, I want you to comment, let me know some of the mistakes, guys, that you are doing, because these 7, they are mine, and I know you also doing these things. So if you know any other mistakes that you think we are still doing, let's help each other in the comment section. I still need to learn, and I know you also need to learn. So another mistake that I used to do, mistake number 6, I used to ignore or forget things like ingredients in the house without using them. For example, maybe cheese, you want to bake pizza, and you forget to bake pizza, and all the cheese will be wasted. You know what I'm talking about. Ignoring spices, you know, we buy a lot and a lot. So just knowing the amount or the list of your basic spices that you need in the house. So for me, I've realized I need garlic, I need ginger, I need cinnamon in my house, and of course curry powder. So that's how I've come to understand that sometimes we are losing a lot of money because we ignore or we forget ingredients in the pantry. Sauces, what I'm talking about, you know, margarine, of some of the things we are not using them. Then the last mistake that I used to do is the fear of change. So buying ingredients from the shops, I used to buy the same ingredients every month. If it is Gloria flour, cooking oil, olivine, if it is rice, Mariana, if it's same things, without exploring like what should I make with this, what should I do, and everything is a huge mistake that I used to do. So I know you guys, you are doing some of these mistakes. Kindly subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let me know some of the mistakes that you are doing. We all make mistakes, and let me highlight that I still make mistakes. And let me tell you, since I've learned some tips and tricks right now, and I've realized the 7 mistakes, I'm now enjoying grocery shopping bit by bit, and I'm really loving it, and I'm still learning. So if you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe. Until in our next video, guys, bye, and I love you so much.